What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action, spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Isis. His name is Decamus. His opponent today in the red color playing as Isis, it's Starsky. The map is Midgard. The Isis war after that brutal game on Oasis. Not sure if this game was played exactly straight after it or not, but these guys played each other quite a bit, and both players were top players at the time, definitely vying for that top spot. I'm pretty sure King held it for at least 6 months and wasn't touched, and Starsky was one of those people nipping at his heels, or at least nipping at his heels in the early stages of his reign before he was like truly dominant. Maybe not 100% sure about the history, but it's a thing. Mining camp going up for King. Decamus is king. Dock over here. He's making the fishing ship. Now this is an interesting build from King. Now King was definitely just a Greek player. He played Egyptian, very small amount of Egyptian, right? But Egyptian is so vast that you didn't really have to know what to do. So it's a thing. Egyptian quite strong on Nilla, right? But what basically the idea of the build order on Midgard for Egyptian is you want to put about 7 villages on wood, maybe 6 villages on wood, and you really get the boom happening. You want to get 20 villages out, and that's the thing. We've got a second dock coming up here now for King as well. Very early dock and not really near to any fish. One thing that you could kind of do to guarantee yourself some fish is aim for corners of the map, because that's where the majority of the fish is. And it's looking like King is really lucked out for his fish on this map. There's only 3 fish here, 1 fish here, so really kind of only 5 total fish, and he gets lucky that there's a fish spawn here. But Starsky's got the fish everywhere. So he's got already 5 villages on wood, so it's going to be a fairly big boom from him. He's in the middle of the map on the deer, so it's going to be totally fine for food to build the villages. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. It's definitely in favor of Starsky, this map. We've got the gold mines here as well, which probably don't favor anyone, but they are all forward, which is a thing, I guess. Having all forward fish. Oh god, he's got no cow either. He's going to run out of berry bushes. This guy has to move forward to the walrus right now, but he should be fine to do that. Small fishing ship getting built out. I wouldn't be surprised to see King just go straight fast heroic here. Starsky, on the other hand, might want to build some archer ships just to make sure he can defend his beautiful fish. He's got 21k channel points. If he wants to just hand them out, you know, I'll make you a special channel point thing, Kilty. All in. Relics on the map generally don't get picked up on water maps. We've got Orpheus, and the head of Orpheus, which gives improved line of sight for all buildings, and we've also got the Odin's wand, which makes temple improvements cheaper. So we shall see what happens there. Now Decamus moving up here, looking for some more of that fish. He's going to find some, but luckily for Egyptians, you can dock spam. So even though he's throwing down 2 really bad docks, you can fix that dock up nice and easily just by throwing a dock down over here. I actually don't mind scouting with a fishing ship here. I don't mind it at all, just to see where you want to put your dock placements. It's not a bad play. We just have a temple coming in now for Starsky, getting it up with 2 villages. You can cancel this villager and go to the next age. We'll see if he goes Bast or Anubis here. It'll be interesting to see which one he does choose here. And the obelisks are already up, and I do see there's a temple. There's a monument coming up as well. Villagers have finished. He wants to advance. There we go, going through Bast. He's going to probably leave these villagers on food because he wants to go to the next stage through Nephthys is the guess here. Fishes are really bad for him. Moving up with this villager looking for a dock position on this side of the map. Starsky, on the other hand, he's got only 11 fish. And he's putting villagers on wood, so he's going mass cabinets here. Ooh, and he gets unlucky as well with the house here. That feels bad. Having this happen is it's so unfortunate. But Starsky's build right now, he's still building fish while he's advancing to the next age because there's just so much of it. But I think he's going to just go straight into cabinet production and try and push King off the fish here. But I don't think it's going to matter that much because King can just like slap a Migdol down, hide it, maybe hide it. How's Starsky's line of sight going? There's a little area here where he can hide it and then just push forward into the base of Starsky with siege towers, chariot archers, and ancestors eclipse. And Starsky's going to Anubis to use that plague of serpents onto Decamus's fish here. So he's going full water against someone going fast heroic. It's going to be dangerous. Maybe he can make it to... Oh, I don't know if he can even make it to the next stage. He has 18 fish. If he gets out Percy, which it doesn't look like he's getting out, he may be able to go straight to the heroic age after building 10 or so... 10 or so... cabinets. So you build 10 cabinets-ish. You stop production, you go to the next stage because your food will have come in by that point. Now, the fishing ship for King just having a little search around, seeing what's going on the map. Having it pushing off these fishing ships who are just going to hide away into the dock. And King spamming out some more villagers here. The prosperity does come down. The armory is a little bit late here. You can see he's got the resources to advance. And he sure as hell would love to be advancing right now. But no fair empowerment on this one. He wants to value the extra gold mines here. It's not that cabinets. That's not that many cabinets here, but they are coming in on both sides. Starsky seeing at 55 population, throwing down his own armory now. 14 villagers on gold, and he does. Oh, sorry, on wood, and he is now putting villagers on to the gold, which is going to allow him to get to that next age at around, I want to say 9:30, 10 minutes, given his current food production. So it's going to be a little bit late. We'll see if it matters. Nephthys coming through. A little bit of a late advance time here for King. So that's a thing, but he has lost all of his fish production so far. Trying to come back onto Sneaky. He's actually almost managed to get a full load of food from these fishing ships just coming back into this location here as the cabinets are now targeting down the dock. But the cabinets for Starsky do finally spot King's fishing ships, and they're going to come back into his base, and he will be dumping those. So this is going to be super all in. Priest moving forward has 5 of them already, and they're going to be able to counter basically anything that Starsky has out on the field right now. Can't build any myth units, can't do anything like that. Starsky completely walking over King at this point, but the heroic cage is inbound, and we're going to see where he throws the Migdol up. Looks like no immediate Migdol for King, as we accidentally hit play fast. Maybe, oh, he's building siege ships, and he's going to use Ancestors Eclipse onto the gold mine. And we're going to be pushing these laborers back. Ooh, that's some juicy kills there. And then the war barge is going to be coming out right now. I'm going to start picking up a lot of these cabinets as they're getting retreated away. And then the Ancestors Eclipse is going to pick off a bunch of these villages. And they're so fast. If he just clicks over onto this gold mine, it's even more kills. But he's going for the temple. I would much prefer to see him just go for this gold mine, get a couple more kills. He's got a little... Oh, he's not focusing on it. As more war barges coming out, fishing ships need to get back to work. And Starsky gets to the heroic age through Nephthys at that 9 minutes and 30 seconds. I was right. I did it. 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Now I can start building hammer ships out and picking off these Decamus war barges. And there's kind of nothing he can do. He has to start building out his own archer ships now. The big thing that's happened right now is that Starsky has lost a lot of villagers from that ancestors, but he does have his own ancestors left. It doesn't have Eclipse, but we'll see what he can do. Throwing out another mining camp. These priests still chilling over here. And King going to be losing more of these war barges to these ramming galleys. And the ramming galleys have got 75% crush damage. And these war barges predominantly deal crush damage. So they're going to be really hurting the ramming galleys are going to be really tanking that damage that they do. Now the Leviathan moving in here. That's a big unit. This unit tanks everything and does so much damage, 25 damage per second. But now King moving forward onto this mining camp. No Midgard stronghold. Throwing up double mining camp. I think this one kind of looks rubbish, doesn't it? So does this one. They're really close to the gold mine. Maybe too close? I don't know. We'll see. As the priests are getting pushed back by the villagers. Starsky trying to keep control over here, throwing down the ancestors onto this position, but they're slow, man. They've only got 5.0 speed, and while the villagers only have 3.8 speed, and they're going to be able to chase them down, it's not like they've got the extra damage to pick them off for the Eclipse, and also not the extra speed. So a lot of these ancestors, a lot of these villagers are going to escape. So it's going to be okay for King here, but Starsky got good control right now, pushing King away everywhere as the Plague of Serpents comes down, and the cabinets are going to be getting taken out. These Plague of Serpents, they deal damage, right? They deal so much damage, and the ramming galleys over here picking off even more of these siege ships here. These war barges are feeling pain, and the ancestors coming onto King's economy even more as Starsky is slowly but surely running away with this game. The question is though, can Starsky transition away from water at the correct point and not fall victim to what so many have fallen victim to before him, which is the land transition gold starve? That's the thing. That's the big question. But still no Migdol. Bags coming down. Has 1,500 food in the bags. You could throw down a market, start a trade right up. Get the town center going by trading the gold for the food for gold. King, on the other hand, has 1,000 wood in the bag, so he could also. It would also not be a bad idea for him to trade some wood away. He needs to get food as well. He does have these walrus over here that he can eat. These walrus over here as well. A market is coming up for King. Maybe he's going to sell some of that wood. Build this town center. Wouldn't be a bad idea. There it is. You can see you sell it. It's only worth 65 gold, but 65 gold is so much more valuable for Egyptians than 100 wood. So it's always a decent time, you know, decent time for the Egyptians to just trade for that gold if they can. And now the Scorpion Man coming in, gonna get some nice kills. He 4 hits. He 3 hits villagers, right? So that's painful. There is a priest over to deal with this, but I think these villagers are going to just die so fast as King's still getting these docks taken down. Still no Migdol coming out, just barracks at this point, making some axemen. And the Anubite is out causing pain over here while the Scorpion Man is suiciding to the priest there. That would have been a really useful unit in this fight over here. It's looking like King just has no real answer to what's going on. We'll see if he can hold on though, but Starsky is just powering ahead right now. King does have his 2 town centers, has 12 villagers on food, so he should be able to maintain villager population, or villager production that is. We'll see if he can do that. The priest is getting taken out now, but the Pharaoh over here with this 16.8 damage per second going to be slinging those rocks, dealing that damage. Axeman coming in as well to clean that one up. And Starsky is going to be moving forward, pushing off this gold mine. There's not really a gold mine here for King to be grabbing. There's this one and there is this one, but it's going to be difficult for him. So we'll see if he can. We'll see what he can do with it. But It's definitely going to be difficult. And now this thing is pushing the Laborer back as well. He's got 18 gold in him. He just loses it. Midgard Stronghold now coming down for Starsky. But Starsky's seen 101 population to King's 48 population. Absolute insanity right now in terms of the economy. Town center going up over here. Town center about to come up over here. So it's going to be 3 town centers for Starsky. And he's just going to fill that up with the military and just all in on this gold mine here. And King just cannot get the production out right now. Villagers have been queued up, but they take their time to train. And you don't have the time to train them. So we'll see. And looking like cavalry is the option here. I'd just like to see spearmen and chariot archers, to be honest, for Starsky. It's so strong. Spearmen, chariot archers, just target down the axemen and the spearmen, just clean up everything else. We do see a Migdol coming up for Decamus though. Super aggressive. We'll see if Starsky can hold this one or not. Going to be losing that pharaoh. These villagers going to be hurting as well as they're getting pushed off this Migdol stronghold.
You need to.
Now Starsky. It's looking like he's got the options here. There is this gold mine over here as well, but they're both really close to each other. I feel like King needed to throw that up back here, and yeah, King just decides to tap out there. Starsky too far ahead, has the 3 town centers up, has all the production facilities over here. And while that fast stroke did work, I think the semi-fast stroke from Starsky was just such a brilliant reaction to that. And I think had King gone for the all-in on the land, it would have been a pretty different story. Because of all the forward gold mines, he could do so much damage, and his base is really open. Come in, just plow through this location here, and then you can just go for the town center and get the win. But well played by Starsky, gets his revenge. GG. Well, that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll move on to something else now, so hang with me, and got a little bit more time till the 2v2 tournament, so sit tight, I guess.